I hear different birds up there. Can't see them. There was I think it was starting out here earlier. Uh, he or she flew away. I hear those weird chirps from those. I think they're grackles because they look. Somebody told me in one of my other videos they were grackles, and I like the videos. But anyway, I'm going to focus on the Australian mountains out there. I'm going to tell you a story. What happened down there a few years ago. But I'm going to tell about the space food sticks first. Now they were popular or semi-popular. Well, I'd say probably in the maybe 1960s, 1970s somewhere. Kind of fad food. I searched on Amazon. Some foods came up that, mildly similar to space food sticks, but they're different. They're packaged a similar way, but they're a candy snack. You know, the old Pillsbury ads are on YouTube. If you want to, you type them in there. Just type in space food sticks, you can see them. They're kind of cool to watch those old ads from that time. And Pillsbury come out and said that they were developed by NASA to send with astronauts. But I think it was advertising. I don't think it's true. And they said the same thing about Tang, but Tang was around before any of the Apollo missions. But the third thing I want to talk about is happened down in Australis. There were like 4 guys that went missing. I don't know, a few years ago. It's on one of the YouTube channels that talk about people that go missing in the parks and stuff. And the one theory that the guy on the video put out was that a bear had got these, but I think 4 guys in dirt bikes, ATCs could outrun a bear. I don't think there's even bears down there. I don't think there's nothing for bears to eat. I don't know if there's any bears even in the state of Arizona. There may be in the forest of north. I know there are mountain lions down in Australia down there, you know, cougars and mountain lions. But you know, guys on dirt bikes, you know, mountain lion might attack one guy if he's injured or something, but you're not going to get 4 guys on dirt bikes. But my theory is that these guys probably come across somebody doing something illegal down there, and maybe somebody had before marijuana was legal, maybe somebody had a pot farm down there or something. Maybe some guy was smuggling drugs in from Mexico, because that does happen. These guys, you run across something they shouldn't, and and get killed for it. That would be my guess, but that's just a guess. It's also possible these guys deliberately disappeared themselves. You know, people, let's say somebody's running away from financial or legal problems. People do that. But that would, that's my theories that toss out there. But I don't have any personal information. As far as I know, I didn't know these guys. The third thing I want to address was this. This guy he was hung back in the 1800s somewhere, and this one sheriff wanted to prove to his voters he was a real tough sheriff, and so he had this guy embalmed and put him on exhibit and said, hey, I'm responsible for this bad guy's hanging. And this guy probably retired or got kicked out of office or whatever, and his body floated around and eventually become an exhibit as in a traveling horror show. And apparently the people that had the traveling horror show didn't know it. They thought it was a fake, a stuffed body, a stuffed exhibit. And he brought around, I think it was from maybe the early 20th century to the mid 1970s somewhere. The story's out there, you can find it. Because I've heard it a couple of times here on YouTube, but anyway, this guy, one guy was moving this, what he thought was a fake exhibit, broke off an arm or leg, and he said, hey, there's a bone in there. This is a real dead person. And then he did a little bit of research and found out who it was. And I think they eventually buried this guy, gave him, headstone and all that, which is kind of creepy to be going through a traveling horror show and thinking that, maybe some of those bodies are actually real dead people. Yeah, kind of creepy. Okay, bye-bye.